Okay, in this video I'm going to assemble the Lifetime Youth Basketball System. Some reviews have said the assembly is pretty hard, so I'm going to make a video as I go along and avoid the chit chat. So follow the instructions, get your wrenches, your screwdriver, pliers, funnel, scrap wood, and about 120 pounds of sand. And of course some lawn chairs so your family can watch you assemble it. So I've got all the hardware. I've double checked to make sure it's all there. The reviews have said that the poles are problematic, so make sure you follow the instructions carefully. Okay, this is an important part. Make sure you've got these 3 poles. I've noticed that in the reviews, each pole they go inside one another sequentially to be like a, have that telescopic effect. It says here in the instructions that the warning sticker is on the middle pole. So make sure that's in the middle, and this one's on top, the one that has all these holes in it. Okay, when you get to this part, looks like I've already done something wrong. I took out the top pole from the middle pole. Apparently just leave it inside it and just take the plastic out. That way you don't get it backwards. You get one of these bad boys and you put it into the second hole in the middle pole and screw it in. Make sure that the top pole is out sufficiently far so the screw will go in. Once it's in, the screw should be able to just rotate by itself. Now get the 1/4" carriage bolt with the twisty head and put it on through this in the middle pole. So you put it in just like that and screw this on. Okay, now we're about ready to attach the bottom pole. Get this little screw here, put the bottom pole through this middle pole, just like that. Line it up, and let's put the screw in. Okay, this part is important. The instructions say after you get the screw in, hit the pole on a piece of wood 5 to 6 times. This step cannot be reversed, so make sure everything is done right. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. So this doesn't look right, but apparently it is. The lower screw started bending upward as I hammered it into place. Okay, now you get your 2 wheels. You get your 2 axles through the wheels and put them in. And once they're in, you push them in the base of this. I think you just hammer them in. There we go. And put this one in. There we go. It's in. I think this one in. So on that last step, mistake is I lightly scratched the top surface. I probably should have put a cloth down when I banged those wheels in. Now get your 2 braces. First, let's do the left one. So this is facing forward. This is the front where the main pole goes into. You put the left one in through the hole until it's flush. This should be vertically oriented. And then you get the right one, put it in until it's flush. Just like that. Okay, so I've turned it around. You recording? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is the left side. Get your little piece of metal here, rod, and bend up the left support a little bit. Put the rod through, and then work it into place, just like that. There we go. And do the same thing for the right side. So this is what it should look like. Both sides are in. It's a lot easier to get these in if this is twisted the right way. If it's twisted the wrong way, you'll have a hard time getting these joints in. Okay, on this step, we're going to be putting the pole to the base. You need the 1/4" carriage screw, the hex nut, the carriage bolt, and the 2 washers. Careful, there's those 4 other washers that are this size. Make sure you get the 2 3/8 washers. So when you put the pole in the base, make sure the knob that you put in is facing forwards. So stand the pole upright, put it in, put the 1/4" screw through one end with the carriage bolt on this side. Make sure the adjustment bolt up on top is facing forward and screw it in and tighten it up. The instructions say to use pliers. I would recommend using a 7/16 ratchet and tighten this up a little bit. Don't over tighten it. Okay, get the 2 washers, the big one first, then the smaller 3/16, and put in that carriage bolt, and then get a 9/16 wrench and tighten it up all the way. Okay, then here's the backboard. We're going to put these 2 brackets on the backboard, make the V facing upward, and line up the holes, and then get these little plastic screws and put 4 screws in, 2 at the base, there and there, and 2 on these holes, there and here. Okay, so we're now putting sand into the funnel, but one problem we have is we have wet sand and we should have dry sand. So we got this frozen placemat, we've taped it up and made ourselves a funnel. If you have dry sand, it'll be a lot easier to funnel it in. So this is the part that takes the most patience. Okay, so I've screwed those 4 screws in, and now you need to bend the bar so it lines up with that hole. Same thing to that, and screw those in. This is where you kind of need 2 people. You stand this up on end, and you put the hoop upside down and put it in so the holes, they line up on those 4 points, and then we'll screw that to the top post. Okay, it's now fastened to the top post. I put these 2 carriage bolts through, and make sure you have a washer on these 2 sides and on these 2 sides, and then fasten them together with these bolts. Now they're nice and tight, just like that. And there's the finished product. We put the net on down at the base. You know, everything's good. We filled it up with sand. I don't know what people were talking about regarding how difficult it was to assemble. Shouldn't take you more than an hour to do. Just be careful about the middle joint when you hammer it onto the wood. Make sure that it's aligned right, and enjoy. I give it 5 stars. It looks pretty good.
Whoa!